The wind howls through the jagged peaks of the Karakoram Mountains, a place where beauty and danger dance in a delicate, unforgiving balance. It's here, in this remote and breathtaking wilderness, that the world lost a true champion, a woman whose strength, grace, and passion inspired millions. Laura Dahlmeier, the German biathlon legend, left us too soon at the age of 31, her life cut short in a tragic mountaineering accident on July 28, 2025. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of Laura's life, her rise to Olympic glory, her deep connection to family, her adventurous spirit, and the legacy she leaves behind. This is the story of a woman who lived fearlessly, loved deeply, and touched the hearts of those who knew her name. So, settle in, and let's honor the extraordinary life of Laura Dahlmeier. Laura Dahlmeier was born on August 22, 1993, in the heart of the Bavarian Alps, in the picturesque ski town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Germany. This wasn't just any town, it was a cradle of winter sports, a place where snow-dusted mountains and frosty trails shaped the dreams of young athletes. Laura's story begins here, in a close-knit family that nurtured her love for the outdoors. Her parents, Andreas and Susie Dahlmeier, were her biggest cheerleaders, instilling in her a sense of balance and humility that would define her even at the height of her fame. Andreas ran Dahlmeier's furniture stores, a local business that kept the family grounded in their community, while Susie, though less documented, was a steady presence in Laura's life. Growing up in this alpine paradise, Laura was skiing and hiking almost as soon as she could walk. By the age of 7, she was drawn to the biathlon, a grueling sport that combines the endurance of cross-country skiing with the precision of rifle shooting. 2 years later, at just 9 years old, she stepped into her first competitive race, her small frame carrying a big dream. Laura's talent was undeniable from the start. She wasn't just fast, she was precise, cool under pressure, and fiercely determined. Her early years in junior competitions were a glimpse of the greatness to come. In 2013, at the Biathlon Junior World Championships in Obertilliach, Austria, she swept the field, claiming 3 gold medals in the individual, sprint, and relay events, plus a silver in the pursuit. It was a sign that Laura wasn't just another athlete, she was a force. By the 2012-13 season, she was competing in the Biathlon World Cup, stepping onto the global stage at just 19. The world took notice, but Laura stayed humble, her focus razor-sharp. Her breakthrough came in 2017 at the Biathlon World Championships in Hochfilzen, Austria. Picture this, a 23-year-old Laura, standing on the snowy slopes, her breath visible in the freezing air, hitting target after target with a calm that belied the stakes. She won 5 gold medals and 1 silver across 6 events, an unprecedented feat that cemented her as a biathlon legend. No woman in the sport's history had ever done that before. The pinnacle of Laura's career came in 2018 at the Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. The conditions were brutal, windy, unforgiving, testing every athlete's resolve. But Laura? She thrived. She became the first female biathlete to win gold in both the sprint and pursuit events at the same Olympics, a historic achievement that echoed through the sports world. She also took home a bronze in the individual event, adding to her growing collection of medals. By the end of her career, Laura had amassed 2 Olympic golds, 1 Olympic bronze, 7 World Championship golds, 3 silvers, and 5 bronzes. She claimed the overall World Cup title in 2017 and 2 discipline titles, proving she wasn't just a star, she was a dynasty. Yet, despite her global fame, Laura remained private, rarely sharing details of her personal life. We know she was single, with no public record of marriage or children, and her focus seemed to be on her craft and her passions. Tragically, her ex-boyfriend, Robert Grisegger, also met an untimely end in an avalanche accident in Patagonia in 2022, a loss that likely deepened Laura's connection to the mountains she loved. In May 2019, at the age of 25, Laura shocked the world by announcing her retirement from biathlon. She was at the peak of her powers, but her heart was pulling her elsewhere. The mountains were calling, and Laura, ever true to herself, answered. She had always been more than an athlete, she was an adventurer, a soul drawn to the wild. After retiring, she became a state-certified mountain and ski guide in 2023, trading the roar of crowds for the quiet majesty of the peaks. She competed in mountain running, winning races like the 39-kilometer Basetrail XL in Germany and setting a women's course record in the 52-kilometer Karwendelmarsch in Austria. She even placed 27th at the 2019 World Long Distance Mountain Running Championships in Argentina, proving her versatility and grit. Laura also poured her heart into other pursuits. She released a children's book in October 2019 called Die Klimagang, Laura Dahlmeier und die Freunde im Einsatz für die Natur, co-authored to inspire young readers to care for the planet. She worked as a commentator for Germany's ZDF network, sharing her expertise with the same warmth and authenticity that defined her career. As a Garmin brand ambassador, she embraced technology to enhance her adventures, blending her love for nature with modern tools. Financially, Laura's success as an athlete and her post-retirement ventures built her a comfortable life. Her estimated net worth at the time of her death was between $1 and $2 million, a figure that reflected her earnings from Olympic and World Championship prize money, sponsorships with brands like Osprey, Wiesmann, and AOK Bayern, and her work in commentary and endorsements. But Laura's wealth wasn't measured in dollars alone. She lived modestly, her lifestyle rooted in her alpine upbringing. She owned high-end outdoor gear for her guiding expeditions and kept her home base in Bavaria, close to her family and the mountains that shaped her. Her philanthropy reflected her values. She supported humanitarian causes and championed environmental advocacy, a passion evident in her book and her public statements. Laura's website spoke of her dedication to sustainability and her love for connecting with people, a legacy that shines brighter than any bank account. But it was in the mountains where Laura truly found herself and where, tragically, she left us. On July 28, 2025, Laura was climbing Laila Peak in Pakistan's Karakoram Range, a 6,069-meter giant in the Hush Valley. She was with her climbing partner, Marina Eva Kraus, a trusted companion on this daring expedition. Around noon, at an altitude of roughly 5,700 meters, disaster struck. A sudden rockfall caught Laura, inflicting severe injuries. Marina, unharmed, descended to base camp and sent out a distress signal, but the remote location and treacherous conditions, low visibility, bad weather, and the constant threat of more falling rocks made rescue impossible. Military helicopters couldn't reach the site, and by July 30th, Laura's management confirmed the heartbreaking news: she had passed away on the mountain, likely on the day of the accident. Laura had left explicit instructions, a testament to her selflessness and love for the mountains. She had written that no one should risk their life to recover her body in such a scenario. Her wish was clear: let the mountain keep her. Her family, respecting her will, agreed, and Laura's body remains on Laila Peak, forever part of the wild she cherished. The news sent shockwaves through the sports world and beyond. The German Olympic Sports Confederation mourned her as a wonderful person and a role model, with President Thomas Weichert noting that her legacy went far beyond medals. Her dedication to sport, her passion for nature, and her commitment to society make her an inspiring personality, he said. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow athletes, and those who admired her quiet strength. Laura's story wasn't just about gold medals or world records, it was about a woman who lived on her own terms. She grew up in a family that taught her to stay grounded, to value the world around her. Her parents, Andreas and Susie, raised a daughter who carried their love with her, from the snowy trails of Garmisch-Partenkirchen to the icy slopes of Pyeongchang and the towering peaks of Pakistan. Though little is known about her extended family or siblings, it's clear that Laura's bond with her parents was a cornerstone of her life, a source of strength that fueled her achievements. Laura's lifestyle was a reflection of her soul. She wasn't one for extravagance, her wealth was in experiences, in the crunch of snow under her skis, the burn of her muscles on a mountain trail, the stillness of a summit at dawn. She was a woman who found joy in the simple and the profound, whether it was guiding others through the Alps, writing stories for children, or advocating for a planet she loved. Her documentary, released after her retirement, gave a rare glimpse into her world. Her friends, her family, her quiet moments in the mountains. It showed a woman at peace with her choices, even as she chased new challenges. Laura's death is a reminder of the risks she embraced, not out of recklessness, but out of a deep, unyielding love for the wild places that shaped her. As we reflect on Laura Dahlmeier's life, it's hard not to feel a mix of sorrow and awe. She was only 31, yet she accomplished more than most could dream of in a lifetime. She redefined biathlon, inspired a generation, and lived with a courage that few possess. Her story reminds us to chase what sets our hearts on fire, to hold our loved ones close, and to respect the power of the natural world. Laura's wish to remain on Laila Peak feels like a final gift. A symbol of her unity with the mountains, a place where her spirit will always soar. To her parents, Andreas and Susie, and to all who loved her, we send our deepest condolences. Her legacy will live on, in the snow-covered trails she conquered, in the pages of her book, and in the hearts of those who saw her shine. Thank you for joining me in celebrating the life of Laura Dahlmeier. If her story touched you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories of incredible people who leave their mark on the world. Let's keep Laura's light burning bright.